Welcome back to Switch2Linux. Well, the other cat is being really annoying right now. One moment. I scared the other one off, but man, thing's just like screaming. Like, dude. All right, yeah, the cat is planning something. We actually did have a very, very frightening encounter with the kitty committee today. Whoa, apparently I'm on, my audio is on. I gotta switch that. Where's my audio? Where's my audio? Turn my audio off. There we are. All right. See if I can find this image here or not. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure the kitty committee was plotting murder today. They were both right there at the very bottom of the steps, plotting death. I mean, I was supposed to go down there, and I just wasn't sure I wanted to because, woo, that could have been crazy. Well, today we are going to spend some time talking about WordPress, and I'm going to record this so it can have a much nicer, more condensed, edited down version of this. So let's go ahead and jump over to the comments first, then we'll kind of jump into WordPress, why, and all that kind of fun stuff. So greetings, everybody. See the boss is ye first, Supersonic. Ye hola. Tom Joyner, greetings. Tom Joyner has joined us. All right, spittle up. Hello there. The end. Yes, the end. There's fun predictions. Q1 Fiend. I have a saucepan of tomato sauce. Ooh, nice. Yeah, tomato sauce is just awesome. Hello, Eric, and greetings, Mr. GFY. Hello there. Kitty Cam. Oops, sorry. Kitty is sleeping. Yes. No, he's not sleeping anymore. He ran away. All right. Okay. Hoisteen is on late, just in time. Daniel, greetings, Daniel. Anthony Martin, or Marin. Hello there. Hello, hello. All right. He turned his head. Yes. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah. Do you know how to make a cat sound like a dog? Well, you pour gasoline on it, you light it on fire, it goes woof. Of course, not to be undone, you can make a dog sound like a cat. You got to put it in the freezer for about a week, and then you run across the table saw, and it goes meow. So, you know. All right, Alan Rocco, hello there. The cat is planning something. Yes, yes, looking like a snack. All right, hello, Frost Ranger. Greetings. Cat thinks about what distro to use right now. He uses Puppy Linux. Also, for you folks jumping on, tomorrow's going to be a weird thing. I'm going to try and stream in the morning, and I am not sure if I'm going to get to an evening stream or not. I'm going to try and do at least a Christian stream. I'm not sure what tomorrow evening is going to bring. So they will be weird. They will be random streams tomorrow. Let's see. Now running with Manjaro, Real Harbor, very good. Benjamin Eldridge, hello there. Greetings, Mr. Gnome 3.30, still a little buggy. Of course it's buggy, it's Gnome. Come on, I had to. Hello, John Doe, greetings to you. Kitty uses no, Kitty uses Puppy Linux, actually. Kitty uses Puppy Linux. All right, we're going to go ahead and start recording, and I'm going to jump into this, and then I will come back to our comments when we are done. So we're going to re-roll the intro, and I'm going to dive on into the discussion points. Welcome back to Switch2Linux. Well, if you happen to be in the WordPress community, whether you are an end user, a developer, a programmer, you've built websites, or you have a WordPress.com install of WordPress, you may or may not, hopefully you have, heard of the Gutenberg project that is coming down. The Gutenberg project, there is a lot of divisiveness in the community over this. And some people are saying, hey, this could very possibly end WordPress. Some people are saying, wow, this is exactly what WordPress needed. But lines are being drawn and sides are being taken. And I have some initial thoughts and opinions. But to be fair to the system, I have not had a chance to look at it in fine detail. The only looking at Gutenberg I have done so far is I am working on a new WordPress site for somebody, and I had a blank WordPress in front of me. So I'm like, sure, install Gutenberg. Let's see what this thing's doing. And so I did that, and I played around with it, and it was a hot and happy mess. It was so horrible. It only took me about 5 minutes to realize this is garbage. And if that's part of WordPress core, I don't know. Now, the biggest concerns are that it's going to pretty much change everything that has worked with WordPress to date. It will change eventually, not necessarily in the first iteration, but it will change widgets. It will change header blocks, footer blocks, custom post types, custom fields, posts, pages, everything. A lot of people are looking at this saying they're trying to compete with Wix or Squarespace. But if people using WordPress wanted to be on Wix or Squarespace, we'd be on Wix or Squarespace. There's a reason I do not use Wix or Squarespace. It's because they suck. Okay? And I'm not in favor of anything that's going to make that worse. Of course, there are two branches of WordPress. There is the branch that is WordPress.com and WordPress.org. The difference is WordPress.com is a fully managed system by the organization. WordPress.org is the open source code that you can self-host on your own system. Not to mention numerous other hosting companies also have information on, for example, they'll also have information on self-host or managed WordPress hosting. And I've never been an advocate of that. The biggest problem I've always seen with managed WordPress hosting is they'll push updates without thinking about what the update is, and it may break something. Many of them, not all of them, but many of them will restrict access to the files, so you can do zero customization. There's a lot of limitations and issues that a self-hosted platform is always better. Of course, if you're looking for one, take a look in the description down below, and I will put in there links to my affiliate accounts for not WordPress. I don't recommend WordPress hosting, but for hosting accounts in general. I recommend A2 hosting, SiteGround, InMotion hosting. Those are the three traditional cPanel based affiliate accounts that I use. The reason I don't use the other ones, even though they give higher commissions, is because they're generally not good. I've been in this industry for 10 years. I will not recommend something that I don't agree is good. My personal sites are on A2 hosting. We've used SiteGround extensively. InMotion just has a lot of good recommendations from people that I trust in the field as well that I've worked with. Take a look at the description below for those. But what we're going to do in this video here is we are going to get a real, honest look at Gutenberg. And we're going to do this somewhat scientifically. So what I have here is I have my website, which is SwitchedtoLinux.com. Now I adjusted my browser view so you can actually see the links. So what I did is this is actually the live site, which the URL is SwitchedtoLinux.com. I created a new URL called gutendeath.switchedtolinux.com, which is an exact mirror of the site. They are 100% the same at this point in time. I just created these yesterday and plans to do this video today. Now, understand this. I am an expert WordPress user. I've been using WordPress as a blogger since 2005, I think. I have been using WordPress as a developer since, I want to say it's 2011. I build my own custom themes with a lot of features. The challenge with Gutenberg is it is potentially going to wipe out any development from any professional developers. That's the concern. I'm going to test that theory today in this video. Now, another disclaimer is that Gutenberg is always changing. In fact, the latest update was today, just a couple of hours ago. And so I think 6 or 7 hours ago at this point. And so it is always changing, but I have read and seen several comments of it. I've read positive ones, I've read negative ones, and for the most part, the overall consensus is in the WordPress community, leave this as a plugin, not as the core. This is useful for very few applications, mostly homepage building or any specialized page building. Number 3, it makes any writing and blog posting excessively complicated. Number 4 is that it interferes with all of the other type of things that a WordPress developer would do, which basically means, and I didn't pull the numbers, but as many as 30 or 40% of the internet uses WordPress. This thing is not necessarily backwards compatible, which means a large portion of the internet could simply break. Those are the concerns. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take my site and I'm going to use my live site and my staging site, and we are literally going to see what this does. I have not walked through any of this. The experiment is going to be a total surprise to me, but keep in mind, I'm not a beginner to this. I've been using WordPress for over 12 years at least. I have been a developer in WordPress for 8 years, and I do a lot of advanced stuff. I'll mention one other thing as well. The pro, let's force Gutenberg into the core, come hell or high water, we don't care what anybody thinks. They say, well, there's a plugin you can install for other things. But the problem is, as a pure developer, we do not want to install extra plugins. We use as few plugins as conceivably possible. Also, before we jump in here, for anybody else that's just going to jump out, WordPress sucks. No, WordPress doesn't suck. There are more plugin vulnerabilities than there are core vulnerabilities. As long as you keep things up to date and you don't just pile plugin on top of plugin, WordPress is a fairly secure, I mean, I say fairly in the terms of internet security. It's a good, secure system, especially for what it can do. And the reason it's so widely used, particularly among businesses, is because you can do with it whatever you want. But the fear among the developers is if this Gutenberg is plugged into WordPress, it will completely destroy all of that and it would be left with garbage. Garbage. And of course, you know what they say, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Those are the concerns. Let's see what actually happens. So, I left this up here, so you got to keep track of the URLs. Hopefully I don't install Gutenberg on the wrong place. First and foremost, I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of the site. Just so you understand that this is not just a standard thing. This is a fully custom developed theme. Since it's based for my WordPress channels, there are custom codes which are going to drop in your they will drop in your videos. I also have information if you come up to the sliders. These are custom post types. I also have, I got to find it. It's been a while since I've actually been on my site here. If you go to things like desktop environments, these are also custom post types, things like that. I really need to update these videos. These are old. All right, so let's show you how some of this stuff works. Of course, oh, look at this. I've already dismissed this thing so many stupid times. No, I don't want to use any of that crap. Get out of here. All right, so you can see over here on my custom post type, slider, reference, desktop environment, Linux distro, Linux software. These are all custom post types. So the slider, of course, is the simplest of these. These just dictate how the slider runs, which, by the way, if you like the backgrounds that are on my desktop computer, they are the exact same full size resolution. You can just come right on over my Linux site here. You can right click on the sliders and download a copy of them. Go for it. All right, so here you can see what I have here is I have custom fields. The button link tells me what link the button goes to. The button title goes to whatever is on that button, and the small text is the text that is over top of it. I'm using the featured image for the banner. Let's see, those are custom fields. These are the custom fields, which if you use the custom fields panel, you'll be familiar with. I've actually coded all those custom fields right here, so I don't have to come in here and select and write the custom fields. I wrote these into the system here, so I can just come in here and drop these in. This is pretty standard with some of the things that I do. Other things like this one here are, here's what the desktop environments look like. Of course, this one, I put in a lot of extra information. What is the YouTube video ID? What is the OS website? What is the desktop environment website? What is the version number I looked at? Here are the pros, here are the cons. This is all, again, custom fields, which we don't necessarily need the custom fields block because all of those are over here. I'm using my featured image, my basic description here. I have tags enabled, but I probably don't need to have tags enabled. References is actually where I'm using tags. What the tags actually do in this instance of the site, instead of using them for SEO keywords, what I'm using with the tags is I can basically put in articles that I find into these and list them with the tags, and then any video that has this tag will link to this article. And so it's a really nice way of doing that. Of course, this, I had to turn off OP embeds because that stupid thing was driving me crazy. Drop in something and just, blah! Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Of course, I do use this for posts as well. I have lately been trying to, when I do the news, I've been trying to do, I've been trying to drop in news articles. I think this is a case. Yep. So here's a case here where I've dropped in all of the news articles. This is what I'm trying to do. Sometimes I just don't always get the chance for it. This is, of course, an article that I wrote about the YouTube copyright claim. Somebody made a copyright claim because I used a classical music that is completely public domain in a video. So I wrote this about this, and you can actually, this is the featured image, and of course, in here somewhere, right here is the YouTube video. So what this looks like on the front end is when I drop this in, of course, this is everything that's in the content. So let's look at that content again. Actually, before that, here's the content, here's the video. So my theme will take that video and drop this in on the format that it needs. And if YouTube happens to change that format, it's very easy for me to go in here, one file changes this, and will then allow me to push the videos just based on that. The notes and references, if I included tags, they would be here. I did not. I can search the website, and of course, here's the ad that I have, and any recent articles, things like that. So that's kind of the anatomy of the page. Now, the concern is what Gutenberg is going to do is they're going to take this main editor here, which is called TinyMCE, and it is going to basically replace it with Gutenberg, which they're like, ooh, it's a modern JavaScript-based UI. I'm going to use the word nightmare, and you will understand when I get in there. Of course, we can go over here and we can see the HTML. You can see this guy has been saved. It's completely clean markup. There's nothing in here that I did not intend to be in here in the HTML, so that's good. Visual editor here. Now, TinyMCE does, of course, have its detractors. It does have a few limitations, but it's not nearly enough that we should like completely abandon ship. All right, so that is kind of the anatomy of the site. That's posts, of course, pages. Here's your basic pages. Of course, YouTube videos. I'm not generally using featured images. Here's all-in-one SEO pack. I have some things in there. Nothing really super special. All right, so that is the anatomy of the site. That's kind of how the thing works. Now, let's go on over to my Gutenberg. And yay, let's install Gutenberg. Sounds great to me, folks. Let's go ahead and do that. Of course, now we need to activate Gutenberg. Let's see what happens. Now, in theory, when we activate it, we should not actually have any real issues on the front end. So I'm going to leave this page where it is. Let's go ahead, refresh our front end, make sure that our site has not fallen into absolute chaos. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's go to a blog post. Okay, let's go to a page. Okay, so I confirm it looks like nothing has necessarily happened. Okay, well, that's good news. If Gutenberg is forced upon the internet, at least in the context of this particular site, it does not look as though it's going to instantly break anything that's already been done. Good news. All right, now, let's see. Welcome to the wonderful world of blocks. Click the plus, add block button to add a new block. There are blocks available for all kinds of content. You can insert text, headings, images, lists, and more. See next tip. You'll find more settings for your pages and blocks in the sidebar. Click settings to open it. Click preview to load a See, this is one of the biggest criticisms I've seen. You still have to click preview to preview what it's going to look like, which is a little bit different from some of the other code editors. All right, finish writing. That's great. Let's just get this published right now. Click publish and you're good to go. All right, so I got it. All right. So apparently, did it just auto post me this awesome new post? Apparently it did. So I have this beautifully formatted post. So I wonder how easy it is going to be to repeat this. Let's go ahead and preview it first. Okay, so now, of course, we have no video because I need to drop a video into that. Okay, there's the inserter tool. There's that. Beautiful images. Everything just looks so gorgeous. So I wonder how easy it is to do something like this. Code is poetry. Help Big Gutenberg. Thanks for testing Gutenberg. All right, let's see. Okay, so we do have my YouTube ID, so I have the ability to drop that in now. Let's let me just grab the live stream URL over here, paste this in. Okay, so that is a custom post. Here's a discussion. I can allow comments and pingbacks. Here's the excerpt. I can optionally write an excerpt. Here's my featured image. Here's my tags. And here's my categories. Okay, that looks good. Author is Temp Dude. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and preview it this time. Just in the odd chance that that's not going to be able to pull this, I'm going to give it another fair shake. I'm going to go ahead into my dashboard. I'm going to grab another video URL. I'm going to paste it right in. And note, you don't use the URL. You just use the digit code that's after the URL. So I'm going to grab the last video I did, which is my Q4OS. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's paste that in, preview that. So apparently it is not going to do that. So let me investigate the code here and see why it's not allowing me to do playback. Okay, so it should take the player code. Video player. It's not giving me that. All right, let me go ahead and that's a post. So let's go ahead and come back over here. We're going to go to a post, and I'm going to pull up a post. I'm going to see what the code looks like over here as well. All right, so this is the code. Now, what this is supposed to do is it's literally just one line. So you can see here's the thumbnail overlay. Grabbing the background image from that. Here's the button play. Let's see. It should be an iframe, I think, right? Okay, so iframe class, embed responsive item, which is the class that I put into it. You can see I'm embedding it as 16 by 9 specifically, and this is what it does. So I got to find the one right under this tag that says video. I should go right to this iframe. Let's see what I get coming back over here. All right, so other than my error. All right, so I come up here to iframe. It is literally not embedding anything. It should be embedding something, but it is not embedding anything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Okay, there's a save draft button. I'm like, where's the save button? Okay, let's go ahead and publish it. I have to push publish twice. Okay, let's go ahead and view the post. Now that it's published, just in case that was the case. Okay, so it is actually working. You had to publish it to view it working. Okay, so that passes my test. Okay. All right, let's go back. No, I don't want to view the post. Close that. Okay. All right. Stick to the front page. So that's a setting. So it does appear as though all of the basic document settings should be here. Let's go ahead and go into a view paste. Let's see if there's anything that that is missing. So really, I should add the extendable YouTube ID, which I should have. Here it is. Okay. Featured image, I saw that. I did not see anything for all-in-one pack. I think that might have been one of the things people were saying. Let's see. Okay, there it is. So all-in-one pack is at the bottom. Now, my guess is because you can call things on the sidebar, you can call things in the main bar. So we'll go ahead and check some of the main bar ones as well. So everything there seems to be good. All right, categories. Okay, here's your page attributes. Okay, page templates. That's one of the things people were saying was missing. Wait, hold on a second. That's a page. Page templates will not be on posts. So we should not be looking for page templates. Okay, tags, featured image. I thought I was back on posts. There you are. Okay. There's categories, tags, YouTube ID, featured image, all in one pack, publish status, other screen options. I have authors. Let's see if screen options is still a thing. Okay. Oh, you know what? Slugs have been missing. Let's see if we have slugs fixed. Okay, so I know it's possible to change the slug. Somebody had indicated how one place, but I have no idea where or how. That's just toggling those. Editing the slug is a fairly important thing. I think it's here. Okay, there it is. So you have to click on the title to find it. See, this is what people are talking about. It's so UI heavy. You got to click and hover and look for stuff. Like, how do you know to click the title to change the slug? That's a huge problem. This is particularly, it seems to be an accessibility nightmare. All right. So there's that, track packs, excerpts, custom fields. So one of the things that I am noticing is without the screen options button, I'm left with an encumbering thing. If I don't want to have all this extra stuff, I should be able to just get rid of it. All right. Now that is utilizing their auto-populated post. So obviously, if you've ever done any type of templating work before, then you'll know that auto-publishing and auto-posting stuff, you'll notice that that kind of stuff is, okay, that's easy. Let's see how well it will work to actually write a post. Add new post. Is this it? That's add block. I actually have to come over here and add new post from over here. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so there's my all-in-one SEO pack. I can add title and write my story. Woo! Is this good or not? Okay, so where's my option to write my slug right away? There you go. I have to click out of it and then click back into it. It gives me P788. I'm okay with that for now. Generally, that's going to change to a more user-friendly permalink, we hope, when we actually hit the publish button. So I'm not concerned about that yet. Now I need to add text. So here is adding an image, adding a heading, adding a gallery, text settings. Here's reset, custom sizes. We have color settings. We have advanced for additional CSS classes. You know, there's something I did not look at in the previous Gutenberg post, but we'll look at this soon. All right. Is the Gutenberg plugin good to head for the core of WordPress in 5.0? This has been updating failed. I don't know what the world that means. Okay. This has been a hot topic among the WordPress users for about a year as people have looked at Gutenberg as being woefully inadequate for managing our pages. Okay, so let's do this. Ooh, it even knows what it is. Ooh, there you go. All right, so now when you hit enter, this has been one of the biggest criticisms, and I see it still here. As a writer and as an author, I do not, under any way, shape, or form, want to be adding a separate block for every single paragraph. That's insanely stupid. But that's exactly what happened. It gave me a new block. This is a new block. That is dumb. I should still be in the last block. Why in the world, BTW, does it say updating failed at the top? Okay, so it shouldn't be adding new blocks. That's what each of these is. Separate block. You can see that there's a lot less information here than there was in Tiny MCE. Here's MCE, by the way. Here's more. So we have paragraphs, bold, italicized, all this kind of stuff, text colors, all that. So here we have, let's go ahead and do this. Some little kid is singing out there. That's, oh, what the heck is that? That's not what I wanted to do. No block is selected. Get rid of that crap. Okay, that's background color. Okay. That was just a failure to read. There it Lord God, I just want to... The thing I selected. The thing I selected. The thing I selected. I can drop a cap. I'm going to drop a cap in your hiney. All right. Is it dropping a cap? I don't see it dropping a cap. Okay, so how do I come in here and say, I want to highlight this? Okay, if I'm over here on Tiny MCE, ooh, I want to highlight this in blue. Text color blue. There, just that's blue. I mean, that's easy. I want to highlight just this. Just this. Can I do just this as blue? Color settings. Just the highlighted part. No, for the love of God. For the love of God. Block settings. All right. Reset. No. Well, apparently that doesn't do anything. Large. Medium. Small. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. All right. If I hover around a block, where in the world do I see my code? Okay, there's a code editor. All right. Now, here's one of the biggest challenges. This says has drop cap, has regular font size, has vivid cyan blue. Okay, notice this. All this excessive crap markup. Okay. Every byte counts. If you have not taken a look at Brian Lunduke's video called The Internet Sucks, I think it's called The Internet Sucks. It's about a year ago or so, where he's looking at the problems with the internet. One of the issues with the internet is all this excessive markup crap. Okay, I am a clean minimalist. Ooh, excess code in my HTML drives me mad. Let's get rid of this crap. Get rid of it. Get rid of this crap. Get rid of that crap too. Good. Now let's go back to our visual editor. Okay, now this got rid of everything, and now it's given me everything combined into one block again. Let's go back. Code editor. Okay. This is now in a single block. I also see that I have a dropped cap, but I only want some, i.e. highlighted text to be blue, not the whole paragraph. All right, so now it seems to be locking me into a single block, which is good, presumably because I completely screwed the thing up by getting rid of its markup. So if you don't know what you're doing, like the majority of people updating a WordPress site, and you're like, what's all this stuff? You get rid of it, and now you're going to be totally screwed. And you're like, I have no idea what's going on. It's a classes workbook editor, and it's a block. Drop the editor. What? Okay, apparently getting rid of the excess commentary crappy markup turns it into a classic block? It is a classic block, isn't it? Well, if it's a classic block, then I should be able to go back and switch this back to, well, I should be able to come back over here, switch this back to automatic. Maybe, can I switch this back to automatic? How about just go black? It should be automatic, but, oh, look at that. I have to get rid of all of the commentary to get rid of that part there. This should get rid of all color. Of course, it goes back to all blue because still inside of the HTML editor, it still has vivid cyan blue in the CSS class. So let's get rid of that crap. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this crap too. Just get rid of that class tag. Die, class. You have no class. All right, so now we can go back to the visual editor. All right, so now it thinks it's a classic block. Let's go back over here. Of course, I can add a new block. This is a new block again. And now every time I hit enter, I get a new block. Lordy. This is insane. Okay, what are you doing? No, I want you... Stop! Delete. Remove block. Okay. All right. Add an image. Sure. Let's actually let's just grab something from the media library. Media library. There we go. I'm riding a jackalope apparently. There we are. I wrote a jackalope once. Okay, this brings me to another one of the fun things. I want to wrap this. I want to wrap text around that image. Can I wrap this text around the image of riding a jackalope? Nope. Apparently not. All right, now let's see if I can figure out. No, I don't want to enter a block. I want to adjust the size of this thing. I want to wrap the image. I want to wrap. Apparently I want to wrap, but I just can't, yo. Ooh, I can scale it big and small, but can I wrap text around the stupid thing? Not that I can see. Hide block, duplicate, insert before, edit HTML, add to reusable blocks. All right, let's go ahead and show you how you can do this. Let's go back to posts. Let's leave posts. I don't want to change that. Let's go ahead and add new. Okay, ready? This is how easy it is to wrap an image around a text block in TinyMCE. Are you ready for how insanely easy it was to do this before Gutenberg? We're going to add media. We're going to go to the library. We're going to grab my jackalope. We're going to insert into post. And then we're going to go ahead and just wrap it. Let's go ahead and preview it in a new tab. Oh, sorry, the page does not exist, huh? Really? What do you mean the page doesn't exist? Oh, that's right. I got to save as a draft first. There you go. See? Now it is actually wrapping. Oh, I need to wrap it around the rest of the text. Just kind of drag it up there. There you go. Save as draft. Refresh my preview. Hey, that's what I've been trying to accomplish for the last few minutes over here in Gutenberg. Please, Please, see, this is the thing. I have selected to wrap the text. This is literally the WordPress button to wrap around text. But I can't seem to add extra text to this block, and I can't seem to do anything here. Is there anything else? Insert. No, it inserts block above. I need to insert block. Like, they're saying this is supposed to make columns easier, but I don't see a way to make columns easier. Spotlight mode, unified toolbar, full screen mode, visual editor, code editor, show tips, keyboard, copy all content. Oh, for the love of God. All right, I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a look at their Gutenberg post. Did they have any images next to in line with text? They had 2 images, but that's a gallery. No, they have 2 images side by side. But do I not have the ability to put an image next to text? For the love of God. Oh, while we're here, let's have a look at the code. Any coders out there? Look at all this excessive crap. Oh, Lord. Still not sure why it says updated failing up there. All right, another criticism. Do I have a text document here? Let me go into my... what I'm going to do now... Whoa, don't do that. What are you doing, you stupid thing? I did not tell you to change the web browser. Sheesh. All right, so one of the concerns is if you had a, for people doing blog posts, of course, when you do blog posts and writing, you rarely ever write on, directly on the, on WordPress itself. You generally are going to do a, you're generally going to write everything separately and then kind of paste it in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a chapter from a book that's been written. And as I do this, I'm literally going to copy a chapter, which is just shy of 5,000 words. And let's see how well this works, pasting it into here. So let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and kill these blocks that are crappy. Remove block. Remove block. All right, paste. I don't know what the hell this is. All right, so here we are. So now it took the book that I had, which was one single document, and it broke every single paragraph into its own separate block, which, by the way, I can't seem to do anything with. I can't exactly make columns. I might accidentally drag and drop something somewhere and get everything out of place. The formatting doesn't seem too bad. Now, this is the unformatted version of the book, so it doesn't seem too bad. But it is actually quite annoying that every single paragraph is its own separate block. What happens if I just... Can I just italicize just one piece? Yes, I can apparently just italicize just one piece. I can't seem to add color to just one piece. change block type, heading, list, quote, verse, pre-formatted. So I guess if there's a block quote somewhere, this is a block quote. So that's probably a quote block. See, it didn't even drop it as a quote block. There's a large, there's a small, there's a list type, there's headings. And now I've actually lost the ability to transform it back into what it was. Okay, now there it is. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at what the code looks like. So we drop this in. I mean, other than having the excessive comment tags, it does actually give us fairly clean code being pasted in. Now it's pasted in from LibreOffice. And I want to say that was probably an ODT file written on OpenOffice. Does actually look like right there. So we cannot take, let's see what that looks like there. I definitely don't like that it's breaking everything apart into those blocks, but for the most part, it's not too bad right here. All right, well, the biggest concerns I have right now, let's see, can I add an image right in here? Can do a link, add an image. Can I right click? No. See, this is the problem. I cannot add an image into this. The only thing I can do is I can add a separate block, which is the most... Oh, Lord. It's a nightmare. All right. Can add extra CSS classes. Let's do add a class. See what that does. So it just does this. It adds this block here and then adds again the class directly to the P tag. Now, one of the concerns is I build a lot of my things on Bootstrap, and what I will do is I will actually code inside the code editor, and I'm going to want to code inside the code editor all the Bootstrap columns and things if I'm customizing an individual page. I seem to have lost the ability to do that. I can edit this as HTML. I mean, I guess I could drop some here. In fact, I think this is Bootstrap. So let's go ahead and, in fact, I know that I coded this with Bootstrap. So let's go ahead and do a test here. Let's do... No! Just this. Okay, div class equals, let's do call LG6, call extra small 12. So let's just break this apart. Div, and then I'm going to basically do this. So what this should, in theory, do, if this works, is it should actually allow this guy here to be 2 columns when I go back and preview it. So let's go back into visual mode. Keep as HTML. I guess I don't really have the option to put it back to visual mode once I've done that, but let's go ahead and, okay, save draft, and let's go ahead and preview this. Oh, Lord, I can't, okay, whatever. So it actually did work, so this is exactly what I expected. It broke that down. Then, of course, if I were to make that small again, then it would give me single column stacked on top of each other. So I can still add the HTML inside of here if I know how to add HTML, but it makes it very difficult because now it's just going to kind of keep it here. I can't ever go back to what it was. So it's custom HTML block now instead of being text. So this is a nightmare. This is for a person that knows what they're doing, this kind of stuff, this is just not working well. All right, enough of that. Let's go back and now let's see what happens when I go into a post that already exists. Okay, let's go ahead. First, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to trash the sample post over there. Okay, so let's go back to a previously made post. So what it's doing here is it's turning all these into a classic block. And so I can basically do everything the way I've done it over here. It maintains TinyMCE for now. However, it does give me a lot of extra white space, which is probably okay. Better than nothing else. So that's that. So I can do that. So I wonder, can I go back into another one and just convert every block to classic? That'd be fun. Show block settings, convert to blocks. Well, if I want to convert it to blocks, I can do that. I can duplicate. I can edit as HTML. The problem is once you edit as HTML, you really can't go back. That's kind of what I've examined. Let's see what happens if I edit as HTML. Let's go ahead and edit visually. I should have an option to view the code from TinyMCE as well. I mean, I'm guessing that might be it, but let's do this. Okay, so it actually is okay. I don't know why it converted that other code. Maybe because I dropped in div tags. I don't know. Let's see. If I convert to blocks, that's going to break everything into individual little blocks. All right. Can I take this whole page and convert it back? Well, apparently it's a one-way thing. If you convert to blocks, there is no going back. But the great news is now we have an excessive amount of code. Yay! Excess code! Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's see. So we've looked at... Oh, you know what? We've done all of this work on this. Let's go ahead and look at some custom post types. Let's go ahead and leave page. I don't want to save anything over there. Okay, custom post types. So it pretty much looks like it's leaving custom post types completely alone, which I was pretty sure that was the case. Pages and posts would be adjusted. Custom post types should be left alone at this point in time. Gotta say, it's definitely better than it was just a couple days ago. What's my final thought on this guy here? Whoa. Cat decided to come up. What's your take on Gutenberg, Kitty? Is it a keeper or not? No, I think it's bloated crap. You think it's bloated crap? So do I. I think it's bloated crap. It's made improvements, but I agree with people's sentiment. It should completely stay. It should completely stay out of core, at least for a while. Plug-in, fine, no problem. Plug-in, fine. But the fact of the matter is, it's too clunky. It's too problematic. I cannot imagine letting somebody loose on this who's not tech savvy. WordPress is already scary for non-tech savvy people, and I think that this is just going to make it worse. So that's kind of my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, if I'll just go ahead and plug some things on my end while we are here. If you happen to need a website, and particularly WordPress, I specialize in WordPress. You can check me out at Western Mountain Web, westernmtnweb.com. Just get a hold of me on the contact form over here. I'll reach back out to you. If you are looking for any web hosting, I recommend A2 Hosting and SiteGround and InMotion Hosting. I'll go ahead and put the links for those in the description down below. If you want to support the channel any other way, check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/TomM. I do have very nice SwitchedtoLinux computer motherboard mouse pads. at shop.switchtolinux.com, and there are other means to help support at switchtolinux.com/support. Just don't go to gutenberg.switchtolinux.com. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, now we get to hang out for a while, folks. Alrighty, let's see. By Gutenberg, do you mean Project Gutenberg? Nope. All right, questions at the end. Okay, so Gutenberg is the new editor they are wanting to cram as quickly as they want into the core of WordPress 5, and people don't want it right now. And I agree. I mean, I think it's more problematic than it's worth. That's my take on it. I'll have to examine the code more thoroughly as well, but yeah. All right, let's see. True GNOME has issues mainly dealing with extensions not upgraded to 3.30. Got rid of KDE due to bloat. Decided to switch to GDK side. Maybe it will be a tad smoother. Thoughts? I don't think so, but yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see. I used WordPress all the time a few years back. Yep, answered. You two answered my question. All right, well, awesome. So we've got a great community here. They'll answer questions even before I see them. Today more, but it's useful when I needed it. You can disable the Gutenberg editor in WordPress and use the old one by installing the Classic Editor plugin now. Guess what? I'm a developer. I don't install excess plugins. That's the biggest reason it should stay out of core. It's excessive crap. It's excessive crap. Needs to stay out of core. You want someone to be able to use it? Good. Give them a plugin. I don't want plugins just to maintain the features and functionality that WordPress had all throughout it. All right. Let's see. The issue with YouTube is they let anyone file fake copyright claims. Yep. Post is midnight for me. You Americans never consider our time zones. I do, actually. I'll be streaming in the morning tomorrow. Probably somewhere between 11 and 12 or so, but you'll have to check the channel for the exact time and topic. I will be streaming in the morning tomorrow, though. All right. A new block for every paragraph. Yep. Sup, yo. Bad code eating up RAM. Yep. Full capitalism. I don't watch Londuke anymore. Yeah. Looks like writer's block to me. Oh, that was bad. Yep, writer's block all the way. All right, all right. Try Dewey Decimal System code or just go to the local library. I did from 1962 to 2001. Yep. HTML6 format video sucks. Yeah. Being the first video he went paywall with, I downloaded and shared it with the web and torrented it, and then just ignored him since. I'm not good at rapping either. All right, hey, DistroTube, greetings. It's a beta, isn't it? It is still. It is plugin status now. I don't know what they're calling it. I don't think it's beta at this point. I think it has like 2 or 3 next to it now. This will get better eventually and easily be backwards compatible. Possibly. Drag your image into the previous text block. Okay, let's see. All right, let me just go ahead and grab an image. No dice. Nope, can't do that. All right. Nope, doesn't work. I feel like there's an awesome story behind that giant jackalope. There is. I don't think you're getting it, though. Looks like Squarespace. Yes, it looks like Squarespace is going to get some new customers. Probably. Too much unnecessary markup. Is there an open source CMS that uses a Vim-like editor? There are a couple. I don't know as much about them. There is actually another group. I'll plug this just briefly, but there is somebody forked this already, and they're developing one called Classic Press. I actually asked the guy if he wants to come on show and do an interview and raise awareness about it. Basically, it's WordPress without Gutenberg. Too much unnecessary markup. Let's see. You can opt out of using Gutenberg. Not sure this will be default editor. Actually, according to everybody, even the arrogant guys who are like, literally, we don't care what you say, we're putting it in WordPress 5. As of now, it is slated to be the default. And no, you can't opt out of Gutenberg. You have to install an extra plugin to get around Gutenberg, and that completely violates the entire philosophy of what WordPress is. That's the problem. I am planning another more in-depth video about this general topic, but yes, absolutely. All right, thanks for the content. You are welcome. All you do is hit the like button. All right, very cool. Let's see. I'm older, 64. LOL, tech is running away as I age. 40 years in electronics repair, still a newbie when I retired. Yep. Running Manjaro on real hardware. Yeah, I can't force myself to use anything else on the main machine. It just works. Yeah, Manjaro's good. Manjaro is good. Still can't get the webcam to work in Skype though. Oh, okay. It's specifically on a MacBook. All right. All right. I must say I'm helping friends out right now at his company. I decided to install Linux on all terminals. I went with Mint. The distro is awesome. Yep. Either way, Windows has been gone from my equipment for 5 years now. Hello, James Miller. Greetings. Greetings, Nick. Still running Windows on my gaming machine. Proton Wine, blah, blah. All suck no matter what is being said. Gaming in Windows is nothing. Yep. That's a good reason to run Windows. Did not even turn on a computer until 7 years ago. Lucky. All right. Hey, what are you doing? Lewis, how's it going there? What if you wrap text around a picture, the old editor, then convert it to blocks just to see what happens? What? I don't even understand what you said. Okay, wrap text around a picture in an old editor. Ooh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull in. Let's go to a previous post. Okay, so here's what he's saying. Let's go to a previous post. And can I add an image? I can't add an image. It's the classic editor, but I can't add an image. Do I have any images already embedded on any of these posts? There's a fun question. I don't know if I do. I don't know. No, I don't want to play a video. Let's see if any of these have images embedded. That one, but it's not the same. That, I'm sure, is just going to be a separate image. All right, so here's what we have to do. Here's what I have to do to try this. Go into Gutenberg. Let's go into plugins and, yeah, leave the page. We're going to get rid of Gutenberg. Deactivate Gutenberg. Woohoo! All right. Now let's go back to... Oh, wait. Yeah, let's go over here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's put it down here just so it's separate. Go ahead and throw the jackalope into the post. wrap the text around it, update, go back into plugins, activate Gutenberg, come back into posts, come back down here. So classic editor's there. Convert to blocks. So in theory, it's possible. I just can't figure out how to get text in there. Let's see the code editor. Okay, so it does an image block, lines left, dropping in the image, and then it's wrapping around. So it is doing what I was trying to do. I just couldn't figure out how to do that. All right, well, let's add an image. Where's my jackalope? Give me my jackalope. Okay, I guess you click the align left button and it works. I wasn't working for me before. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw me try that, right? It wasn't working before. Apparently it works. Thank you, Lewis. It seems to do it. Agree, really don't want to have spend days tinkering, just get a game worked. Then, yep, what I have to do is boot into Windows. Yep. Wasn't for the data gathering. Yep. If it wasn't for the data gathering, I would still be on Windows, most likely. All that extra code is going to crush site speed. Yes, it will. Yes, it will indeed. In fact, let's see. Do I have... Let's go ahead. We'll make sure we're on Gutenberg. Updating. And preview. Well, I mean, I don't really want to preview. See, I want to... Okay, view post. Open link in new post. View page source. You know what it's not seeming... Well, I don't know. I'd have to check the other one. But it seems as though it's not actually pushing all that excess code in. It is actually reporting clean code. Huh. Let me compare that to, I think this is the same article, right? You guys can't see it. My apologies. Yeah. So this is the original. This is the Gutenberg. It is actually returning clean code. It is scrubbing all of that stuff out before it's actually publishing the page. That gets rid of a major criticism I had. So the code is essentially the same. Let's pull a GT metrics. All right, we're going to run 2 GT metrics. Monia wants to kill me. That's why I'm writing so late. Ooh, hope you get well, man. Text.com. There you go. Hello, Dronefly Northwest. Greetings. Did follow your advice all the way. Manjaro now, my laptop, install Mint 11 on terminals. Very good. Very cool, man. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got here. GT metrics. All right, so this is the original one. This is the Gutenberg. So Gutenberg impacted both my page speed and my Y-slow by 1% each. It actually does increase. Now, I can't say it increased the page size because one of them has an image, one of them does not. So maybe that might account for the difference. Whoa. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back to Gutenberg and we're going to eliminate this block. And we're going to eliminate this block. We're going to update the page, and then we're going to rerun Gutenberg. Make sure the pages are identical, just the URL difference. Press the plus button on an empty block. Okay, you can add an image, text, paragraph, quote, custom HTML, gallery. Okay, so here's what I did. Hit the plus on an empty block. These are the options that I have. All right, GT metrics. Okay, so Gutenberg's, the Y-slow is the same. Gutenberg actually dropped the page score. Let me see if run this once more, see if that works. And then once that runs, we'll be there. All right. Greetings, Anarita. How's it going there? So this code is inside HTML. Comment tags probably used only in the editor for reference. That seems to be what I'm seeing. Okay, so it does look like the Gutenberg gives me 1% decrease on page speed. It increases the load time by 0.3 seconds, which is actually a big deal. Increases the page size by 0.2. And actually increases the requests. Not sure why it increases the requests. That's interesting that it increases the page requests. Curious. All right. If they want to push Gutenberg, then they need to do a massive work on the UI. Not being able to highlight one word of a paragraph is a clear example of current limitations. Yep, agree. I mean, like, this looks okay as a plugin. In fact, I would probably install it as a plugin if I could say only use it on X, Y, or Z page. That would probably help cleaning up things like home pages. Maybe. But I'm not seeing the ability to column as much as I can with Bootstrap. So, I don't know. I don't know what you do. Plugin, fine. Yeah. Made in React. No, there's open source text editors. Okay. First, I think they will push it, relying heavily on classic block, but that block should be the full tiny MCE. I think that what they should do is they should keep it out of core, push it as a official plugin that is installed like Hello Dolly and ASCIINet. Come on, man. Add it there. Give people the ability to activate it should they want it, or not activate it if they don't. Leave the WordPress core alone, because one of the biggest factors is that I build and manage dozens of sites on this. This is a UI nightmare. I cannot imagine having to retrain everybody on how to do it again. Too many issues, too many problems, too many challenges. I don't know. Hello, Present Arms. Greetings. Huh. Yeah, it does definitely impact the page speed, though. Impacts the size of the page and the load time. Of course, these are all on the exact same server, so. Huh. They're smart. They will keep core as lean as possible. Bloating core is suicide. Yep, and that's what this is. It's bloat. It's excessive crap. And like I said, I'm not installing extra plugins. I don't want to have extra plugins just to bring WordPress back to what it was. But I can say that this this version of Gutenberg, it's definitely improved. They have done their work to get a lot of features in here. It is nothing I want to be blogging on. Absolutely nothing I want to be blogging on. Under no way, shape, or form do I want to blog on this thing. Seems maybe okay for some page stuff, but it's excessive for the fact that I know how to do, I know how to do code myself. So I wouldn't want to use it either way, but I can see training somebody to use this if they would need to. But this is not for me. Plugin, sure. But that's about it. Well, I think what we're going to do is we will go ahead and start wrapping this guy up. Drive this train home. And so we'll do a last call for comments. And of course, if you are new to this channel, we like to end with the feeding of the creature. Ready, buddy? Ready? Are you ready for the feeding of the creature? You ready? Are ya? Oh boy. Oh yeah, you got one. Ready? One more for this camera. And let's do one for the big camera over here. The good camera. There you go. Yeah, those good. Oh, that's all you get. You had two earlier today, too. That's right, kitty. Had two earlier today as well. Yes, you did. All right. Right, kitty? Right? Yeah. All right. Hey, Mark. Greetings. Hello, Spin Viking. Hate to miss this one. Yeah, well, you can go back and watch it again. It'll be up. Consider using Webflow or Squarespace to keep web development going strong. Squarespace is horrid. And there's not a chance you're going to be paying excess crap for that stuff. Not a chance. Webflow, never heard of that one. Unless Squarespace is available as self-hosted, but I don't think it is. If it is, maybe I'll look into it. But Not worth it if they want to Wixify WordPress. I think that making developing easier at the sacrifice of loading time is just dumb. A page is developed once, but loaded thousands of times. Yep. I agree completely. And that's the thing is, and I've followed a lot of the comments, and I've loved the one guy's idea. Hey, if you think this is such a good idea, unleash this on your WordPress.com users and see what happens. You know, if it's truly a great idea and you do that and everyone's like, wow, this is amazing, then sure, consider it. Webflow, I will look into Webflow. See, this is the thing for me is right now I think I run, I don't know, 5 or 6 personal sites that I think are all converted to WordPress at this point in time. I definitely have to redesign my Christian site, and I'm working on another site for a new business I'm working on. And if this is the future of WordPress, I'm going to be looking elsewhere. I mean, honestly. All right, guys, it looks like the comments have died out a little bit, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up. So we will catch you guys later. Just a reminder, that I will be streaming tomorrow in the afternoon earlier for the UK folks. And I am not 100% sure if I will be streaming in the evening or not. I just don't know yet. So just keep an eye on the channel, and if you want to sub and hit that notification button, if the phase of the moon is right, you may get notified if I happen to go live tomorrow evening. So just that. The end is near. I hope the end is near. I really hope the end is near. There's some fascinating things in the news this week. I think I should, never mind. I don't even want to say that on camera. I really want to say it on camera, but I don't know. I think that could be bad, but I don't know. Nice night, nice stream, good discussion. I think community needs to comment and critique, but also embrace. WordPress needs to listen and not take bigger steps than they can. Yeah, I mean, and commenting on that, the community needs to comment and critique. The problem is, as a lot of people have noted, the WordPress moderators right now, they do not like the fact that the community hates their pet project. They completely hate their pet project. Now, WordPress has generally had a philosophy: you do not do anything in the core that less than 80% of the users want. Okay? You don't do it. All right? But what they have done instead is they have literally said, we don't care what the community thinks. This is the current ratings on Gutenberg. 297 people say it's good. 68 people say okay. 66, 94, probably not. 703 say no. Now, if you read through these comments, first, several of the 5 stars are actually 1 stars. The default when you leave a comment is 5 stars, and a lot of people are forgetting to change it. Now, when you read the 5-star glowing comments, ooh, this is awesome, the devs come on and go, well, thanks, we love it too. When a 1-star comes on and says, this thing sucks, they're like, give us the reasons why you think it sucks, rather than just saying it sucks, blah, 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 blah. They're being completely biased. They want to do this no matter what. And the community that actually develops on this doesn't want it for very good reasons. A, our clients are, sorry to say, not tech savvy enough to use WordPress as it is. Gutenberg makes it worse. B, we need very specific customizations that do not seem as easy to do under Gutenberg. And C, what was the third one? Remember, there's always that thing. You always remember X minus 1 items, where X is the number of items in your list. But there's a third reason out there as well. And basically, this doesn't really match for anybody. It's just their pet project, and they said, we don't care. We're implementing it no matter what. You can see that it's universally hated But most people are saying, you know what, guys? Keep it as a plugin. It's fine. I might use it as a plugin. That's kind of the case, but I don't know. I don't know. But yes, they need to listen. They definitely need to listen to the community rather than just say, we don't care what you say. And that's exactly what they've said. We don't care what you say. This is going in. Present arms. Greetings. Jobs are dissolving before our very eyes. Say it. The God's honest truth. Oh, no. I was going to say there's a new person in the news that I think should be... Yeah, see? I mean, something bad in Times Square. So we'll just leave it said unsaid. But anyway, you can hear more about that on the news on Friday. So that'd be exciting. All right, guys. We will catch all of you later. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. Morning stream tomorrow. Not sure about the evening. And I don't know. See what happens from there. Have yourselves a good afternoon and catch you later.